Hey you! Do you want to be a comic artist? But you don't know where to start and on the verge of a total meltdown? Worry not, my dear friend, for I will help you in this journey through comic making. No! You have a lot to learn before making a comic. From brainstorming, character development, story design, paneling, and more. You see, my good man, making comics isn't only about drawing. For we start off with brainstorming. There are a lot of comics out there that varies from different types, style, size, and even in packaging. There are also many types of genres, such as action, comedy, sci-fi, horror, epic, mystery, and many more. To start off, pick one first. The genre action have subgroups. The Japanese manga are known for the shonen style manga that is known for its action or fighting scenes, humor, and budding friendship theme that usually caters to male teenagers. Whilst American comic industry's action genres are not as marginalized as Japan's and are often mixed with other sub-genres. To continue on this journey, you must make a decision on who's going to be your major audience. Now that you know who's going to be your reader, you can decide on your style. The textbook method is to choose a style that complements the genre. For example, superhero comics are often drawn realistic. However, there are artists who defy this law. So which style you are going to use? From styles come story and character. So the genre action that is drawn in the shonen-esque style. From that, we could start developing the characters and story. Let's say you decided to have a futuristic setting that involved combat championship between rough individuals. That's your universe setting and the basis for your comic. A universe dictated that there are three qualities that no great comics can do without, which are inner life, visual distinction, and expressive traits. An inner life is the personality of the character, the motivation that drives them, and the value that they hold. Visual distinction is easy to spot by using the silhouette technique. Expressive trait, on the other hand, refer to a character's body language, facial expression, and speech pattern that further express the inner self. As you completed your main character, you can then proceed on how the story goes with him inside. Universe detail, the villains, minor characters, anything. You name it. Why, yes! Comic is a visual storytelling medium that is governed by your choice of moment, frame, image, word, and flow. These choices are governed by the proverbial purposes of your paneling design. Is it designed to portray a series of moments? Action to action, subject to subject, scene to scene, aspect to aspect, or maybe non-sequitur. However, one must not forget the importance of the choice of frame for each of the panel. Does the panel need a long shot picture like this one to bring the audience to the universe of the character, or would you need a close-up to set the character's emotion as the focal point in this point of the story? Each aspect in the frame, be it inside or outside, affects the success of the storytelling as intention. Now that your comic is done, it's time to show the world what you're made of. But I'm not finished yet. Choosing the right publisher is crucial in this early stage of exposing your comic. There are many publications that you can choose, from book publisher to indie publishing. In comparison to indie publishing, where you could choose your own method of exposure, a publisher would most likely filter your creation before releasing it to the masses. Each publishers have their own criteria on your artistic quality, which they would want to see from you. You should ask for an appointment and what kind of samples they would need from you. Usually, publisher would ask for your comic's title, synopsis, main characters, and supporting characters reference sheet and comic pages. So when the time has come for you to meet them, bring your best artworks and just be yourself. If you get the deal, then you are in for a treat. From there on, your comic would be printed into a book, packed up, and then sent to the book retailers for people to buy. Nowadays, publishers also make use of the internet to further the exposure of their comic retail around the world. This entitles you to a whole lot of pools of readers from across the continents. Are you on the verge of pissing your pants off imagining how much people will become your fans now? When your comic are out, publisher will be putting you up for a press release. There will be tons of media exposure to further the retail of your comic to the masses. They will also provide a medium for your fans to come together and talk about you. It's everything you ever dream of. So this is your guideline on how to make your own comic, but not a precise instruction on how it should be. Inspire, aspire, make people believe in something they have forgotten, or even just make them laugh. The world of a comic is endless, and your imagination is the limit.